speaking for those of you watching us at home. I would like to know, as you can see, this is Arab word. So, and you know, to evangelize the ministry, I mean, to do the work of God, most especially Christians in Arab world, it's somehow. So, what do you think? How, or what can you tell us about the ministry general in Egypt?
Well, one thing is this, that when anyone is born, you're born with nothing as a human being. All of us, we are born with nothing. But you see, as we cry, help come. I always tell people, when a child is born, he's born with nothing, naked and nothing. So there is no developed country, there is no developed human being. You can only develop yourself. And generally in Egypt here, a lot of Christians I met here, a lot of preachers I see here, many of them, the way they are practicing their Christianity here, sometimes I'm surprised. I must tell you the truth, because I don't know actually if their aim is to win soul for God, or maybe they came for their own belly. You know, the Bible said that there are pastors who came for their own self. They are pastors of their own self. They are not pastoring for heaven conscious. They are not conscious of heaven. They are not pastoring because of God. The pastor said their God is their belly. They're only into pastor work because they want to make show, they want to build out, they want to ride many cars, they want to compete with the world. And I see a lot of 98% of Egyptian pastors are just like that. They are not interested the life, the precious life that they are handling. They are interested in material things of this world, and you know, there is a similitude of God inside of. If you are a child of God, when you go to a fellowship and you realize that there is no wisdom, there is no wisdom from what you are hearing, because you are a similitude of God, you are the image of God, then you can look for where your soul can be saved. You can go, because the Bible said, by their fruit you will know them, by their fruit. So if actually is someone walk into a fellowship of some of these pastors and these churches and realize that what they are teaching you cannot save your soul, you are not sure of your salvation, you don't know where you are going to be at the end of the life, but you are just going to church. There is no church in heaven. I told you, even lost choosing is not in heaven. What Bible said, whosoever his name is not found in the book of life shall be cast into hell. So if one is carrying church, this church, the name of this church, the name of this church, and you miss your soul because you go to church, you have lost all. I think what people should do is to have a design spirit. When you go to church, you listen to the message of the pastor and know if this minister of God is interested of your soul or your pocket. Then you, because I strongly believe that many people can go to church because of money. There are people that go to church for women. There are those who go to church for show. But if actually you are going to church because you know that one day you will leave this world and go back to America, definitely you will look for a fellowship center where your soul will be saved, where you hear undiluted word of God that have a Holy Spirit, not carnal. There is a word of God here, there's a 95% is carnality. The Holy Spirit is not being controlled, that word is being controlled by human understanding, human feeling. And because of that, you know, people can shout and it look like a party hall. It's no more a church. Okay, so this is the area one can distinguish the two understanding. Yes.
Thank you, sir. According to investigation and rumors that they give people money that they may bring people to the church. What can we say about this?
Well, actually, not giving people money matters or whatever to come to church, or you pay for people bus to come to church. Maybe the pastor will be doing it. That is own evangelism way of bringing people. But the people going there, when you go there, what do you hear matter? Because in one word or other, somebody can invite you in the church. So whether pastor give you money or the person inviting you said, I give you money, I give you a gift for you to go to God, it's only when you go there you can able to know what type of message that comes out of the man of God, the pastor there, because the Bible says we are on the last day. There is a lot of wolves among the sheep. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of things in the name of priests to see that they bring people into demonic covenant. Devil transformed himself as an angel of light. The Bible said that devil transformed himself as an angel of light. So when one examines his spirit that is operating in the altar, then you can able to know where you pitch your tent. You know where you pitch your tent. Where you go, whether they give money to bring you, or you go by yourself, or someone buy you a gift. But when you go there, you examine which type of spirit that is in the altar, because you have the Spirit of God inside you. The Bible said, except you are a reprobate, you are deceiving yourself. Say, don't you know yourself? So if actually what they are doing there is good, the servant of God, you are split. The Bible says, as many that receive Jesus, to them he gave spirit. There is a spirit that operates in us. So that spirit will always magnate with the altar to know what is operating. Every human being have a spirit of God inside him to know what is good and what is bad. So except one have made up his mind to say, let me play religion. So, but if actually someone is sharing money as a pastor, or his members are sharing money so that people can come to church, so that he can have a lot of crowd, it is left for those people that are going there to know where is going to be my end after attending this type of church. Okay? Because Jesus never gave anybody money to come to church. Okay? Jesus, the apostle, never gave anybody money to come to church. They are all preach the word. And when they preach the word, the Bible said the brethren grew as they preach and they go fellowship from house to house. The church grew. So they are really vacant where someone is giving money, except if there is a problem in the church, one can. But if it's giving money for you to bring a convert, somebody doing that is good for him. But let's whatever that go there, examine the spirit that is operating for him to know whether it's to remain or to look for where he can be saved.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I asked that what about the one that is preaching the truth of the Bible, but the character of the person doesn't speak what is preaching? What can we say about that?
What we say about that is because Christianity is all about light. The Bible said, he that is in Christ Jesus is in light. There is no way one can preach what he is not doing. Then you are deceiving yourself. The person is deceiving yourself. So you don't sympathize with people by going to church. You see a pastor preaching what he does not do. What are you doing there? He tell you don't lie, and he's lying. He tell you don't commit fornication, and he has a chance of one girlfriends in the house. He tell you don't forgive people, and he's keeping money with his members. Are you getting me? Then what are you doing there? We are pastor by example.
Yes.
Okay? When one is a pastor, you are a priest, a representative of heaven. You are a Christ representative here on earth. So you should put on a garment of righteousness and be like your father.
What does it mean by marriage?
Well, I thank God marriage is an institution of its own by the grace of God, and the highest institution that ever ordained by God from the beginning. God the one that brought this institution for us to enjoy. Marriage is meant for enjoyment, but a lot of people who don't know the key of marriage are misinterpreting marriage. When you know the really marriage, you will see that Adam and Eve never quarreled for one day until they died. It's just a mystery because they enjoy marriage. Despite they even fell on the way. You know, the wife took unforbidden fruit.
Yeah.
But out of what it took to get married, the husband concurred to it, and two of them had to keep themselves in the marriage. So you never hear them quarrel, you never see anything. That's why they could be able to develop the world. If they were quarreling the way you see people of nowadays, the new generation of marriage are quarreling, they would have not even, the world would not be where it is now. But because they understood what marriage is all about, and they stick to the law of marriage, which God instituted in the Garden of Eden, and joined them as a husband and wife, they obeyed the law, and you see them make progress. So it's only that people have not understood the principle, the law that guide marriage. That's why they are just messing marriage up. But within this short time I have with you, I will open people's eyes to give them key what it takes to maintain marriage, general marriage, whether Christian marriage or this marriage is not only meant for
traditional marriage.
Yes, marriage is marriage.
Muslim marriage,
yes.
Islamic marriage.
Marriage is marriage.
Marriage.
When you put what it takes, you eat what marriage takes, you enjoy it. Marriage has a food. Once you eat the food, you just enjoy your marriage.
Wow. Thank you, sir. There is something of our Aristotle says that love at the first sight. Is there anything called love at the first sight?
Well, we can say this is the language of the unbelievers. Yeah, we can say that. But in a nutshell, marriage cannot be first sight, because we as a human being see that love comes from God. So so God is love, and he meant what he meant by saying, I am love, and you see him practicing love. So I don't believe that adage of
yes.
unbelievers. Yes.
Thank you, sir. And so how can we say concerning people going into marriage today, maybe under 20 people going into marriage, but having all things, having well-finished education and going into marriage, does it mean that there is a stage whereby one can go into marriage?
Yes, because the Bible said marriage is meant for men and women. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, not boys and girls. Marriage is not for boys and girls. Marriage is for men and women. So you have to come to a certain age of reasoning, understanding what you are going into. It's something you are going to study. It's an institution. You are going to learn what is inside. There is a lot of things that marriage carry. So when a man comes inside, a woman comes, they will learn together what it takes to sustain it, to pass the exam. Once they pass the exam, they won't struggle for it anymore. So it's not meant for children, it's meant for men and women, people that have come to the age of reasoning, people that can able to sustain, they can speak for themselves, people that can able to stand for themselves, take decision of themselves, not people that someone is pushing to do. Okay? If somebody pushing you to do, he may not see what you are seeing when you get there. So what is there that is meant for age people that have come to age, not underage people?
Okay, does it mean that because there are some grown-up under 30 that at times you may not find what it takes to marriage in them, and there are some at times that they're just 21, 23 but have been maybe grown up in a lonely life and they have more knowledge, they know what to do. So does it mean that there is a certain age that a man and a woman, and can you tell us what is a certain age that a man and a woman can get married?
Well, I strongly believe that by the grace of God that as I said earlier, there is no developed person. Is what is you can only have. I mean, there is no developed person. The only thing you have is a developed mind. a developed mind. When your mind is developed, when your understanding is developed, you can make difference from others. Those that are 25 years, 30 years and they don't know the value of marriage, is that they are not developed. They don't want to understand what does it take to enjoy marriage. They thought that marriage is just go inside and have a woman and he cook for me and he sleep with me and I call her, hey, come on. I met a man and the man give me money. I go to California and make shopping and come back and sleep and bear children. That's all that I stand for marriage. No, you have to have a developed mind about marriage and know that this is something that is tutored by God. It's not your own. And God himself have a plan for marriage. So you can understand what it takes for you to roll into it to succeed. Okay? So it's not, I cannot say that because you are 30 or 25 years, you are matured. Marriage go with a mature person of understanding.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I would like to know, does it mean that going into marriage, one have to pass through a word called courtship? What is the importance of courtship in marriage?
Well, actually, yes. One need to pass the process of courtship. Courtship is a time, the Bible made us understand that marriage is man and a woman. The man living in his house and the woman living in her own home, and two of them coming together. You have not even a family of two, of one parent quarrel when they are misunderstand themselves. So when a woman is coming to another man that is brought up in a different background, he needs to come with understanding of study. That's why we call this institution. You study the man will study. You know that whether this kind of man I need, because life is full of experiences. So by the time you get experience from courtship, you can know, is it this type of person I need in this long-term journey. Or it's not the type I need. That's why it's not good for parents to force their children for marriage. So courtship is very, very important in marriage.
Thank you, sir.
God bless.
And so, how can we help maybe a man or a woman that has gone into marriage but has gone into marriage through forced marriage? So maybe by this, as in Cairo now, the way many of our people, maybe they came and their family back home, or not getting here due to what is happening, they find themselves into forced marriage. What can you say to encourage them?
Well, when we talk of forced marriage, marriage that is not true, not really marriage, that is false, anything good or false. So when we talk false, it's not real. So anyone that is not into really marriage, like you see a lot of people, when they are living with a man, they can say, this is my husband. He never be a husband until the man pay the necessary rights. That is forced marriage. Someone who never pay anything. Marriage, the Bible says, is honorable when bed is not defiled. So if a man never pay any money for the head of the wife, you never pay the necessary rights, you never go and visit the parents, the dowry, and the parents of the lady said, okay, I give you my daughter, you have settled all it takes for me to get married to my daughter. That is forced marriage. Okay? So when one is into that forced marriage, all you need to do is to go away from, because two of you are into forced marriage. The parents of the other partner don't know the other, their in-law. So even if anything happened to you, no one will come, because no one celebrates your marriage. No one knows about the marriage. Your parents don't know your marriage. Your brothers, they are not a partaker of the marriage. It is between you and your boyfriend. And now you have given one baby, second baby, you have about 3 children now, and you say, this is my wife, this is my husband. No, you are. Sometimes I say those people, they thief children, they went and they are thieves. They went and stole people's daughter, and the lady went and stole the man from, because sometimes the parents of that man will be crying and said, one woman is holding my son, he cannot help me and the junior one in the name of marriage. You see, that marriage will be having zigzag because the two parents are not united to bless that marriage. So forced marriage is the one that nothing has been done, and two of them are living together as husband and wife. It's forced. It's not a true marriage. Anything can happen. The brother can wake up tomorrow and tell you, pack your things and go, because I never see your parents. We are just doing trial luck. Let's know whether you can walk. Although you have 2 children now or 3 children, but you are not a wife. That is, they cannot call before God. You are not a wife. You are what Bible said. People that are committing sin of fornication. You know, when one is into a man that is not his husband or not his wife, 2 of them, Bible said, they are committing fornication. So 2 of you are committing fornication at that moment. It's a forced marriage.
Okay. So, for example, now in this situation whereby they have committed fornication into forced marriage, and at the end of the time they have maybe 2 or 3 children, and maybe the man now just went back to the family to demand for the wife, and along the line they got married. But in that their marriage, though they already have children before they marry, but they are facing lots of difficulties, lots of challenge, they fight, they don't understand each other. What can we say about this?
Well, marriage, what I will advise, as Elia said, is meant for mature people. All the young ladies that are going into marriage because a man says, I love you, and you rush to a man's house, my advice is that you don't go to a man that never pay a bride price. Because you have a pride. As a woman, you have a pride. You should respect yourself as a woman. If women are respecting themselves here in this country, you will see that many men will not marry. But because of, they see that a lot of women, they make themselves cheap. Any little thing, they say, I love you, I want to marry you, you go and get pregnant. That is not good. That man can disappoint you tomorrow. There are many of them that have married like that, in their village, and they left the girl and come here, and they come here and they tell you, I never married, and we are getting pregnant for him or her. It's a false marriage, so it's not good. My advice is that when such a one have not paid anything on your head, and you are listening to me, pack your load. From that man's house, he may be 3 children of only. Go and live on your own. If he love you, let him go and pay your bride price. Are you getting me? Pack your load and pack whatever you have in that house. Go. You came to this country. You never see. You did not come here with that man. Why must you attach yourself? You must you die in his hand. Your parents are waiting for you back home. Others are returning with good news. They are returning with a marriage that have no honor, with children, while some people are helping their parents. So my advice to such a woman is that once you have been there and this young man have not paid anything on your head, any bride price, you may have 4 children or 5 children or 10 children. You may even have 20 children. As you are hearing this interview, what you should, for you to know actually whether that man loves you at all, pack your load, go live on your own, let him come for you properly, the way a man should marry a woman. Because if 2 of you are living like that and you die, you go to hellfire. You are committing sin, and no sinner go to heaven. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. But it is our world of civilization that many of our people find themselves in Egypt. They go into in Egypt, marriage life in Egypt, many at times it falls into falls, and by mistake maybe they were unbelievers. On getting to Egypt, maybe some might change. Some believers at home getting to Egypt, they change, they backslide. So what can we say about these people that they made the mistake from the first time? So how can they correct this mistake? And the mistake they have made has turned to children, and of which they are now in confusion.
What they should do is this, that by the grace of God, is to at least realize that they have what I call ego. They have respect to themselves. Because that you made a mistake, and when in that mistake does not guarantee that you should remain there. Mistake is meant for you to learn. So when one made a mistake, either in marriage, and you realize that this is not good for you, then you change. You change from that and go to good one. So my advice to them is that let them, when they realize a mistake, they should change from that mistake and go to the really thing so that they can able to have the really price it takes to maintain what they are looking for.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Just call us, as I say, +20112 8490952. And I want to tell you, every of our details is shown for you on the screen. If you want to talk to the man of God, you have a question, you have an idea to share, call us. You are always welcome. You're welcome back, sir, to Afrobetic, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, as we were talking about our marriage life. So what about, you said earlier on that a one that has gone into forced marriage, what he or she has to do is to break up with the one and make a new step. So, but in this our world of civilization, most especially in the land of Egypt, most especially, so that many of our ladies, they found themselves, some maybe through the way they came in, it affects them, and they fall into many traps. At times men can disguise that they love and even can tease, and this one now has gone into a real mistake, and this one is looking for a way to step out of this mistake.
If you're traveling, or both of you coming here will be achieved, because if you continue patching that marriage and so-called, which is not marriage, is friendship in disguise. Friendship in disguise. There is no anything. Your parents have not given you out to the man, so you continue dying. It can develop such a one to have hypertension. It can make such a one to be sick. It can even make you to look older than your age. It will make you to be frustrated, and some people commit suicide. So because instead of you killing yourself, it's not the will of God that anyone should die. From mistake, you can make right about turn and change your ways, then focus your life. Mistake, learn. You can seek for a counsel from a man of God, from anyone that is a marriage, that have a marriage understanding, and you can able to move your life forward.
Thank you.
When a child is seeing that the home is not healthy, he can make that child to do some stupid things, to move out of the house. He cannot respect anybody. Before you know it, he become a wayward child, and is no more listening to anybody. He can do something else. So that's why we advise parents to, number one, let there be self-control in childbearing, and at the same time, realize whom you are to marry. Don't go into marriage because of you just want to get married, and tomorrow put a lot of things into consideration before you get into marriage, not just for you to make fun in marriage. So marriage is more than that. All right? So because in marriage, there is no separation. There is no, a lot of people, they talk a lot of things. There are some pastors, you see them, they separate from their wife. Some people, they separate, and some of them, they went and married 2 or 3 wives. They say, my ex-wife, my ex-husband. In marriage, there is nothing like that. There is nothing like that. So that's why when one wants to get married, you must have a courtship, stay together. Don't quickly give yourself to a woman, to a man, and take him because you are eager to get married. If you do that, you will frustrate your future. You will frustrate your future. So I will advise people that who came out from such a home, all they should do is that they have seen the mistake that make a broken home in their family. Then if they are wise, or if they can come closer to God, because there is nothing God cannot do, let them make God's house their home, so that God can mold them and rehabilitate them, so that they can able to, not be a victim of what their parents have, been a victim of.
Thank you very much, sir. And so, what would you like to say, sir, to maybe a family of which they are married, legally married, and are blessed, but they are not having children?
What I will say to them, there is no barren in the house of God, but if the world is developing, and like myself, I have a child that I adopted, not or that the family cannot take care of the baby, and I adopt that baby, I train the baby, and she has grown to, it's up to 14 years or 15 years now, okay, in my house. I'm training that. So if there's someone who cannot have patience until God's time, he can adopt, he can go to motherless baby home, adopt a child, and train that child. What matters is that when that child grows, he will realize that these are my parents that trained me, made me who I am. Naked we came here, naked we go. Our children, we are children of God, we are one. So as you are here, you are like my daughter. So whatever I do to you, tomorrow you can use it to pay me back and bless me, even more than my biological child. So I will identify those people, if they cannot wait God's time to conceive. Abraham waited over 100 years and God bless him. And many people like that in the Bible. The Bible says there shall be no barren in the house. So, but if eventually such a one cannot wait God's time, there is nothing wrong of going to adopt a child. You can go and adopt one or two child to train them. They will respond back to you when they grow and know that this is the person that made me whom I am, and they will take you as their father, and they take care of you in old age. What we are looking for in the bearing children is who will take care of us in old age. Once you die, you are not dying with any baby. So it's someone that will take care of you in old age is what you are looking for. Apart from that, there is no anything the children need, because when those children grow now, they will leave their parents and form their own family. The other person leave and form his own family. You, that is the father, will remain alone in your house. So all you are waiting there is when you are get old, they will come from their own family to take care of you. Whether it's adopted or you the one that you bear by yourself, all you need is someone that will take care of you in your old age. So if they cannot wait God's time, they can adopt a baby.
Thank you very much, sir. So I would like to know, because many of our people do say that God choose for a man or woman to marry. At times, some people of God will tell our people that wait, let God choose for you. Does it mean that how does God choose, and does it mean that God have to choose for someone?
Well, in Christendom, there are what we call perfect will of God in marriage. Okay, that what we say we equally call permission will. That's why God said, he that findeth, not God findeth. He that findeth a wife findeth good thing. Okay? But God sometimes can tell you that my own will to you is to see you prosper. My own desire is to see you prosper. I wish you do like this. It's not that he's forcing you. Are you getting me? In marriage, he can say, I wish you do like this. But if you within yourself, you find a wife, okay, then you can, at the same time, there are many places in the Bible, in the Old Testament, where God tells somebody, go and marry so person. It's just for a purpose, maybe to show them, look at what the people of Israel are doing me. Let this woman do like that to you, so that you can see the pain, how endurance I'm having in having you as my children. So that priest will have endurance the same way. God is due to teach them. So when they come to marriage, you can have your own will. He that findeth a wife, find a good thing. Don't wait always or waiting for God to give you this. All of them are children of God. God does not hate anyone. Okay? So there are no way God can say, don't marry this one. If that person is not useful, God would have not created him. Yeah. So all of us are children of God. Yeah. But when you find among God's children, then you're married. Where we lay emphasis so much is that a Christian marrying unbeliever. Yeah. Yes. If you are a Christian, you are marrying unbeliever, you are marrying an infidel. The Bible says in the book of 1 Corinthians, what have righteousness to do with unrighteousness? He said, don't have yoke. Marriage is a yoke with unbelievers. When a Christian wants to go and marry an unbeliever, he said, I want to marry her because of marriage. Marriage is of the flesh. There is no heaven. They are not making marriage. They are not going with that man or woman in heaven. It's only here. So don't say because you just want to marry, you marry anyhow. You must obey God that said, don't go and marry unbeliever, because you know why he respects us. Said, don't marry unbeliever. Don't say, I want to marry her and I will convert her to be coming to church. I want to marry him so that he'll be coming to church. You are not greater than God. Okay? So all you need to do that, you pray and go in search of your wife, and God will give you your wife.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I would like to know, there was a person that came to our office sometimes asking about what is the importance of white garments. I mean, white gown, for a lady putting on white gown.
Yes, the importance of a lady putting on that, it shows purity in marriage, that the marriage is not defiled, that the marriage, the original institution of marriage is that before a marriage should be before a woman should enter into a man, the bed should not be defiled. Marriage is honorable, bed undefiled. Okay? Because God will judge those that commit woe in marriage. That's what the Bible says. So now, if you put on white, you show that this marriage is holy. Let the priest examine the marriage very well before going into it. It will help people to be conscious of what they want to do. That when you want to put on white, you are saying, I am holy. This is a holy marriage. I have not known this man, this woman have not known me, and we met ourselves and we respect ourselves, believing God just like Mary and Joseph, that was holy in their marriage, waiting for their wedding before the angel came and told Mary, you are going to conceive. The woman said, I never knew this man. How comes that? This is a holy marriage. Okay, how come you get pregnant? And Bible says you want to privately tell her to go. The angel said, no, this woman was taken in by the angel. So it was God's power that came upon her and she took it. So every marriage must be based on holiness. Anyone that is not on holiness, he can never be with white. They should realize that marriage is a God institution. No marriage. Some pastors tell them that you marry, you got, if you see your husband, you see your wife commit fornication, or then you can divorce her. A married woman does not commit fornication. What Bible said is fornication. A married woman commits adultery. So the marriage can only be separate when it have not been joined. When it have not been joined and you find out that you are partner, you want to courtship, he's cheating you, you caught him, it can be a man committing fornication. Because men that leave their partner to go and sleep, that is committing fornication. But he really is married. Either you caught your husband committing adultery, or you caught your wife committing adultery also, you forgive them. Okay, Bible says he that made them in the beginning made them male and female. And anyone that put away his wife and marry another one is committing adultery with her. Anyone that married that put away, in the book of Corinthians chapter 7, he said anyone that married any woman that put away, anyone that married her is committing adultery with her. So by the grace of God, husband and wife do not commit fornication, they commit adultery. And if you caught your husband committing adultery, you forgive him and bring him closer to God so that he can change and stop living such a life. You see your wife is vice versa. But men always go to women. I caught my wife in this. Suppose if your wife catch you, what are you going to do? You let heaven with you. So whatever you don't want to another person to do for you, don't do it to another person. So my advice to the viewers is that if you are having a wrong marriage, you are having difficulty in your marriage, come closer to God. God is the one that situated marriage. Through the counsel the servant of God can give to you as you go close to them in marriage, through children of God that are born again, through priests that are reading the word of God, they will show you everything in the Bible. You will see you have a happy home. Marriage don't need prayer. It's obedient. You don't need deliverance. I tell people, marriage don't need deliverance. I deliver you home. There's a demon in this marriage. No demon in that marriage. What you need is obedient. Husband, love your wife. Wife, submit to your husband. You will see marriage will be very easy. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. So for those of you watching us at home, here we're going to stop our talk for this evening. If you have any comments, you have any idea, you have any question, you can always call us on our telephone or visit our website www.africatalk.com. Or you can visit our email epsilon.akiwande@yahoo.com, and you can call our telephone +20112849095. We are always there to attend to you, to reach you to the man of God, to tell you one or two things, to counsel you. Africa Talk is there for you. So I would like to say thanks to all the team. I would like to say thanks to the man of God that has come, that has accepted us here today at his office. So you are blessed for watching us. Bye.
Thank you very much.